Hello, IFundWomen land. We're so excited to be here. I'm Sarah Summers. I'm one of the co-founders here at IFundWomen. I head up our brand partnerships and our brand strategy here, and I am pumped to be here for a very special edition of our Pay It Forward program in honor of Black History Month. We have a very special guest joining us from our partners over at Visa, who have generously become the partners for this month's Pay It Forward. Hi, hello, Matt.
Hello,
How you
hello. Good.
doing?
I'm well. I'm well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening,
Good
wherever you
morning.
are in the world.
Global. We are hitting all the points of the earth. Well, it is so great to have you joining us. I was just telling everyone a little bit more about the program and what we do here with our Pay It Forward program at IFundWomen. For our audience here, I'll just reiterate, this is our special edition Black History Month Pay It Forward event where we will be announcing the recipients of our Pay It Forward grants this month. And for those who don't know, ever since our start here at IFundWomen, we, along with partners, have been paying forward additional capital to high-performing women entrepreneurs on the platform who are crushing their crowdfunding. And we just want to encourage them and help them to reach their crowdfunding goals. So for anyone out there who's even thinking about crowdfunding, just know that this is a huge differentiator for IFundWomen. We want you to succeed, and we are watching you and looking for those amazing campaigns to support each month in order to help you reach your funding goals. So I'm just going to, embarrass you a little bit and introduce you. Hi, Erin. I see Erin there. Hello. We are just so excited to be joined by Matt Story here. You are the VP of Global Brand Partnerships and Advocacy at Visa. And for those who don't know, together with Visa, we at IFundWomen have been working really hard over these past few years to provide funding and educational opportunities to women entrepreneurs and women-owned small businesses around the globe. I'm really proud to say that we've passed along nearly $1.5 million in funding to women-owned businesses through our work together, and we are just getting started. There's so much more great stuff coming this year. But I'm not at liberty to talk about that just yet. But Matt, I'm going to zip it. You tell us a little bit more about you and the work that you do at Visa and why you're here joining us for Pay It Forward today.
Yeah, so as Sarah mentioned, I'm fortunate to lead our global brand partnerships and advocacy work at Visa, along with many other great leaders in the Visa house and team. But I think it's better if I, kind of give you a little bit about who I am as a person. So I'll start by saying I'm a self-described mama's boy. I'm also a very proud husband of a woman entrepreneur. So I get to see first and up front and center what it takes to run a business and start a business and to go through all the ups and downs.
Give her business a shout out. Come on.
Her business is Bloomy. You can see them on IG at the Bloomy. I'm also a girl dad. We have a 13-year-old and a 2-year-old. So there's always someone crying in the house, and it's usually me. And then I'd say if that wasn't enough, I also have a podcast called What's Your Story, where I speak to people of color leaders to really shine a light on their superpowers and learn how they've been able to take their unique lived experiences and turn them into superpowers and all the great work they're doing. So I'm beyond excited to be here joining for this month's Pay It Forward, because not only from a professional standpoint, but also from a personal standpoint, this work is so important to me. And it's just great to see kind of what IFundWomen is doing and being able to have another opportunity to partner with your teams. I'm just really excited for that. And, one of the programs that we've done to date have been a key element of our work and our larger efforts to uplift entrepreneurs and small businesses, as you mentioned, across the globe. And I think specifically supporting women entrepreneurs and small business owners is something that's very important for us now, just given everything that's going on in the world. So I know we'll talk a little bit about more of that in a little bit, but definitely excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
I mean, for anyone out there, I did not know this other side of Matt's story. So this is such a gift to me, taking it off the Zooms and onto the IG Live, learning a little bit more about your family and your inspiration and motivation behind the great work that you're doing. So thank you so much for being here. And thank you to Visa for all of the generous support that you've provided to women-owned businesses. And let's get to it, guys. Let's get to the funding. And then afterwards, as you said, we'll dive a little deeper into some questions and learn a little bit more about you and the work Visa is doing. So with all of that in mind, I'm going to pass it over to you, Matt, to announce our first recipient for this month's Black History Month Pay It Forward program. Go for it.
Awesome. So our first Pay It Forward grant goes to the campaign Parable by founder Lakeisha Farmer, who's located in
Woo!
Washington. And just a little bit about Parable. They are a family, queer, Black, and woman-owned community space with a curated selection of plants, books, records, arts, and events. They launched in 2020 in the midst of what we all recall racial and health pandemics across the country. And the Parable team knew that opening a business seemed risky, but they also felt that it was the imaginative time to come up with something really new and innovative. So after opening their brick and mortar in August of 2021, they're raising money to further secure more space. So congrats to Lakeisha and team.
Congratulations, Lakeisha. Woo! All right, I'm going to keep the funding train going. Our next recipient, our next Pay It Forward grant recipient is Chisama Kupin, who is the founder of Custom Tradition, and that's out of Atlanta, currently running a crowdfunding campaign on the platform. Obviously, Custom Tradition is a fair trade nonprofit organization that supports Indigenous women artisans by promoting their handcrafts to a global market. The team is currently working with a woman-led collective of palm basket weavers from the Indigenous Mixtec community of Oaxaca, Mexico. Chisama is raising money to expand the business. And guys, on these rewards, there are beautiful hand-woven napkins, hand-woven baskets. They're gorgeous and quite affordable. So if you are in the market to support Black-owned businesses this month in particular, please check her out. Congratulations, Chisama. Back to you, Matt, in the studio.
Awesome. And our next grant winner is Eva Woolridge, who has started Black Birth Workers documentary based in New York City. She spearheaded a team of Black and queer femmes on a journey to create a documentary and a photo series to document the history and influence of Black birth workers across the U.S. Eva has a story to tell and is raising money to support the production of this project. And so what better time than Black History Month to really shine a light on the history that is often forgotten. And so really excited to see what Eva and her team are up to. So congrats, Eva.
Congratulations, Eva. That is a campaign that's near and dear to our hearts. We are so happy for you. Congratulations. Yes, Eva, with all the A's. All right, our final grant recipient for Pay It Forward this month is Kathy Dixon from Common Good Cooperatives out of Boston. So congratulations, Kathy. The cooperative's mission is to provide safe space centering and holistic wellness as a resource to the women in the Boston community who are impacted by recent societal and environmental violence. Kathy is seeking funding to support the cooperative's organizational growth. So congratulations to Kathy. I took a look at those rewards as well. Just want to shout out that you can actually fund a CSA for a local community member to Kathy in the Boston area and basically sponsor that CSA. So that's, again, another great way to just jump in and provide support to Black women-owned businesses this month and local communities. So definitely check that out. Congratulations to all of our recipients this month. This was, a very special edition. And I'd love to keep the momentum going here. And let's talk a little bit more about the great work that Visa is doing. So we obviously alluded to all of the global programming that we've worked together on thus far to provide funding to women-owned businesses in India, Canada, and Ireland, and more coming this year. But can you tell us a little bit more about why that work is so important to Visa right now?
Yeah, definitely. And I'll start by, many folks listening probably think of Visa as a credit card company. And actually we're a network and a network working for everyone. And so the way to think about it is we're an engine of commerce that's really trying to unlock access to everyone to participate in the global economy. And the strength of our network really comes from the diversity of the participants. So when we think about the partners and the people we work with, like IFundWomen, it really helps us to empower and unlock access in so many new ways. And our work together has definitely been a great example of that. And I think it's important for brands like Visa to be both advocates, but also to seek to be change makers. And when it comes to supporting communities, in this specific case, entrepreneurs, there's really an opportunity to implement new initiatives and new ways to do that. So we've spent the past few years really trying to address some of those key areas of support that we've heard from entrepreneurs and business owners that they need brands to help them with. And our partnership with you on the She's Next program just continues to be a key component for us to do that, and a key way for us to support not only the entrepreneurs, but the innovations that they're bringing forward and driving across the globe. And just hearing some of these examples of the grant winners is inspiring for me to know that there's somebody out there coming up with these new models and telling new stories and making the world just a better place. So we're trying to do our part to really uplift and support those business owners.
I mean, that was beautifully said. And I just want to plus one to the incredible output and the opportunity to be able to, get to know these founders along the way who are really truly changing the world, changing their local communities, and bringing products and services to market that are really solving big problems. And without the support of Visa, they might not have the opportunity to grow as they currently are. So we're so appreciative. And you mentioned obviously brands like Visa and sort of the importance to make this a focus and a priority. But are there any, how do you think other brands should be thinking about, supporting small businesses right now? If they're out there listening, what can they be doing to really touch down? Because it can feel, like a really important, impactful initiative, but actually doing the work as Visa is challenging and takes time. So what are your thoughts on how best to move forward for other brands?
Yeah, so speaking to anybody that has responsibilities for a brand, no matter the size of it, I think about it from big, well-recognized global entities like a Visa to your own personal brand. Think about what access and what platforms you have to really help others is first and foremost. And I think when you go from there, then we have to recognize and really address a lot of the disproportionate effects that the pandemic has had on different communities, and specifically women entrepreneurs and people of color entrepreneurs have been disproportionately impacted through these past few years. I won't go into all the statistics. I think many of us have seen them, are very well aware of them, and probably facing them day in and day out. But suffice it to say, we continue to see the number of businesses being started by women entrepreneurs and people of color entrepreneurs growing. However, the funding isn't coming along with that, and they continue to remain unfunded. They also continue to not have, access to resources and mentoring and other products and solutions that can really help it take their business to the next level. And so I'd encourage brands to find ways that you can uniquely use what is within your house, within your platforms, to directly address some of those opportunities and support those communities, because we know it has a ripple effect. And as a company that's a network, we're only as strong as who's in the network. And so the more people we can get in, the more diverse participants, it makes all of it better. And we're all connected. We're all connected through the economies, the communities we live in. And so whatever you can do, no matter how big or small your brand is, I think is very important.
I mean, I think that's a bit of a mic drop moment there. So, Matt, I want to thank you so much for joining us and sharing all your words of wisdom. Before we close out here, is there anything else we can shout out? Maybe tag your wife's business one more time. Anything on the Visa front that we should all be looking out for within the IFundWomen community?
Yes. So definitely check out my wife's business again at the Bloomy. Thanks for the reminder. She'll love that. Also, if you're interested in following on the journey of what we're up to at Visa, check out us on Instagram. It's at Visa_US. And also, if you're interested in seeing kind of what it's like being an employee at Visa and kind of the behind the scenes, there's a lot of folks across the teams that are not just doing it in the day job, but also doing it in what they're bringing forward as, again, well-rounded individuals that have a lot of different layers to us. Check out at Life at Visa as well. And then lastly, I would just thank you, Sarah, and the team at IFundWomen. You continue to be a great partner. You continue to bring great opportunities to us as a team. And so, as you mentioned, there's many more things to come that we're excited to talk about and bring forward and launch in the coming months and time. But I just think it's really important to have leaders like your team out there that are really pushing a lot of us to think differently and to make an impact. So thank you.
Okay, right back at you. And I'm going to end this thing before I start crying on camera, which would be that's embarrassing for everyone. But thank you so much. We are in this together. You guys are walking the walk, and we are so grateful for the partnership with Visa and your contributions to our Black History Month Pay It Forward. Really means a lot. So thank you. And congratulations again to all of our recipients. And lastly, in case you missed it, IFundWomen is the go-to funding marketplace for women-owned businesses. We are here to support diverse founders this month, every month here at IFundWomen. Check out ifundwomen.com, IFundWomen of color as well, ifundwomen.com/WOC to learn more about how you can be crowdfunding for your business right now, raising capital and becoming eligible for grants like this through our Pay It Forward program. So thank you again to Matt. Thank you to Visa, and we'll see you next month. Peace.
Thank you.
Bye.